Welcome back to Peril Pending, and today we're going to look at a clip from TalkTV that's dissecting a politician's filthy tax-dodging past. And no, it's not for the one you'd think. Yes, obviously, it's got nothing to do with the 5 million. It's got nothing to do with the house he bought with cash, the 800,000, or was it the 80,000? Must have been £800,000 house that his ex-waitress wife bought with cash. Totally nothing to do with him. It's actually Zack Polanski, obviously, and his houseboat. Let's take a look.
Joanna Marchong joins us. She's with the Adam Smith Institute, the free market think tank. A very good afternoon to you, Joanna.
Hi, Julia. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you very much for joining us. I want to ask you about Zack Polanski. He's also faced some difficulties. The Tories are calling for the police to investigate Zack Polanski after he admitted, first of all, spokespeople said he hadn't not paid.
But he has admitted now. So already one ahead of Farage. But no, carry on. This is the scandal of the century.
Paid his council tax. He didn't believe he was due it on a houseboat that he barely was there. He wasn't his main home. They then admitted it was his main home, and yes, it was due council tax, and he's going to make efforts now to pay the full council tax. But is that what would happen to any of us if we hadn't paid our council tax?
No, it's definitely not what would happen to any of us normal people if we were found to have not paid tax. I wonder if they're going to bring up the tax that Tice didn't pay. You know, it was quite a lot more than Angela Rayner. But maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe Julia Hartley Brewer here and this definite right-wing think tank spokesperson on TalkTV are going to give us quite the well-rounded dissection.
Yeah, that's exactly the point, right? It's, he's very sorry. He's going to repay it. But if it was any of us, we would incur large fines. We would also have the council knocking on our doors all the time. I mean, he is the leader of the fastest growing political party in this country. The Greens aren't just a fringe party anymore. People take them seriously. And his entire fiscal program rests on the principle of people with assets should be paying more in tax. So
correct. And from the sounds of it, he's going to pay it. So what's the problem?
I just think it's ridiculous that he's made this ridiculous mistake after a week of scandal after scandal, after things he's also lied about in his job history.
Oh, well, this is it. I mean, all the different places that he apparently has worked and they've never heard of him.
I don't necessarily advocate for it. I also don't not advocate for it. But, embellishing the CV here and there isn't too bad. But, I must say, I do agree with these two folks here. It's definitely a lot worse than taking £5 million from a crypto billionaire and then all of a sudden trying to create policy that would explicitly benefit said foreign crypto billionaire. Yeah, it's far worse to have said, oh, I worked for the Red Cross between 2012 and 2013. Of course it's worse.
Surprised that his stint at HMRC didn't teach him how to pay for his council tax, but he never worked there. But who knows? He may have claimed at some point that he did, along with a major charity as a spokesman and working for the Ministry of Justice, which he never did either. It is quite bizarre. People calling him Walter Mitty character and other ruder versions of that as well. But this is the thing. A lot of people are very confused. We don't own houseboats. We live in flats or we live in houses, and most of us own one property on which we are required.
I only own one property. I'm lucky enough. I don't know about these two. I guess I'll take your word for it. But who else could I think of that's currently facing actual scandal after actual scandal that has numerous properties? I don't know. But maybe we'll get to it after this clip.
To pay council tax. We don't have a second home like Angela Rayner. We don't all have to pay the extra amount. We're not renting a home out. But we also that different council tax, whatever rates. What are the rules for houseboats? Because
So just so we're clear here, it's bad to have a second home. It's bad to have a second home. What about a third? What about a fourth? Is it okay? It's only one's fine, two's bad, 3, 4 onwards is absolutely fine because, I mean, as we'll get to shortly, there's a couple people, Julia, that you might want to consider talking about. Or maybe you already have. Maybe we'll have a look at the history of TalkTV's channel and maybe I'm jumping the gun. Maybe you've already held Richard Tice and Nigel Farage to account. We'll see in a minute.
The claim seems to have been, well, he was barely there and therefore it's not eligible for council tax and he was never sent a council tax bill.
So this story actually gets a lot more complicated, right? So it's the kind of details as to whether he was living there, and his neighbors said that he was there frequently, he was always present, he had his laundry collected from the boat.
Oh, don't get me wrong, by the way. I definitely think that he should pay all the tax that he's owed on this. To be honest, if there was some way to sort of pay like a fine for it as well, otherwise you've just kind of gotten away with the crime, that would be good. Don't get me wrong. I just want to see standards, you know? I don't think it was good that he lied. I'm glad he admitted it. I hope to God he pays it. And again, I'd love to see some kind of fine or something as well. But where was this with Farage? Where was this with Tice in his company?
However, the Lee Valley Authority says that he never rented the bungalow. He registered as his address on the electoral roll. So it's an issue of, have you committed electoral fraud, or have you failed to do that, which is a criminal offence? Because if you're signing a declaration of residence at an address where you don't live, that is a criminal offence.
And you actually have to officially live there. It can't just be somewhere. You can't be so for something. And that's the thing. Like, so he registered saying he was living somewhere else, not on the houseboat. But the neighbours are all going, yeah, you were here every day. You lived on the houseboat. And his defence was, well, I wasn't living on the houseboat. We're into Angie Rayner and her council house territory, aren't we?
Yeah, and essentially what I think is the funniest part of this is his property in Hackney, which he's supposed to be, he first lied and said he was paying council tax on his rented property in Hackney. Yeah. I mean, that place is worth about £2 million. It's a 5-bedroom property.
2 million? 2 million? God. First, he has the audacity to own a houseboat on a house. Then it's house is 2 million. Gosh. Well, surely Nigel Farage, he only has the one property, right? And surely it's less than 2 million. Otherwise, what? Julia, Thinktank host. I mean, God, you better stop the presses because you got to talk about this. Let's just have a look. Okay, from the Mirror. Nigel Farage has 4 homes. It's apparently a luxury property empire. Oh, and it's 3 million. Someone, Julia, you better start talking about this. He has twice as many as Zack, and it's worth over 2 million. Oh dear. Okay, right. Hopefully Tice hasn't done anything bad either. Oh dear, Julia, what are you gonna do? From the Byline Times, Deputy Leader Richard Tice, he owns a 4 million mansion and a Belgravia pad. What? Can someone inform TalkTV? This is a scandal among scandals. It's 4 million. It's a mansion, not just a boat. And he owns 2 properties as well. No, wait. Hang on. I'm jumping the gun. Let's have a look at the TalkTV YouTube page. I mean, surely they would have talked about this. There's no way they could have. It costs twice as much as what Zack had, and in one case it was twice as many properties. Let's just have a look. Oh, it shouldn't take too long. I mean, this scandal from Richard Tice was just the other day, and Nigel Farage has been in the news non-stop, so it should be pretty high at the top, right? Let's have a look. Oh no. Oh, that is, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't declare that. Now being investigated. Can't wait to see what they find there. Oh, no, nothing there. Nothing there. Nope. Mm-mm. No, yeah, I'm still not seeing anything. Okay. Yeah. This is breaking news then. Breaking news. Richard Tice and Nigel Farage, leaders of Reform UK, own more than one property. One set's a 3 million, one set's a 4 million. I mean, just seriously, TalkTV. Get on it. Or maybe you're just showing your bias. Maybe you're just afraid of the Green Party and you're trying to find anything you can to smear Zack Polanski.